So thank you, Roman, for sending your little bio. I read that. And so you've spent time in Israel as well as Ukraine.
Yeah, I, as you seen, I lived there for 10 years, and went back to Ukraine because I felt that there is the place that I have to be.
And what led you to Israel?
Well, my mom, she decided to marry to some guy who was living there. So I just followed her, and that's how I moved there.
And what was that? Did you speak Hebrew?
Yeah.
How did you come to learn Hebrew?
Um, I went to school. I moved when I was 14 years old. So I went to high school. I finished. I studied 3 years, and I just picked it up very quick, and I studied at college. So that's probably how I learned it.
As a Ukrainian in Israel, uh, was it hard to fit in? What was it like?
Yeah, that was pretty hard. Uh, immigration isn't easy. Doesn't matter your age, even for little kids. So yeah, as a teenager, I felt some difficulties. Of course, the first I think the main problem was a language, of course. So first 2 years, I barely I wanted to speak to people, to have to make some new friends, but yeah, the language was a big problem because people don't really want come along with you if they don't have um, if you don't can't express yourself in full range. So yeah, that was the biggest problem. I think in other fields it was pretty uh, normal.
Well, I have not been there, but I'm thinking Israel has lots of people coming from lots of places, so lots of languages. So, uh, are they fairly accepting of immigrants?
Yeah, the I think Israel is very similar to US because it's country of immigrants, and you have a various range of races, like from Middle East, from Morocco, Arabic countries, and Europe, of course. So they are regular to new people, that new immigrants.
And so it's ruled by religious uh, politicians uh, as far as just being a citizen there. I don't know. Are you Jewish?
No, no.
And was that a issue? Religion, was that an issue at all?
I never felt like it's an issue. Nobody asked me, and you cannot recognize. Again, I met a lot of Jewish people from Europe. They look like me, and you never know if they're Jewish or not. Some of them probably are, um, but no, I think Israel accepted me very well.
And how does that compare to your coming to the United States? Were you accepted as well here?
Yeah. So as I said, it's pretty similar. I feel like U.S. It's yeah. Um, like a country of immigrants, and uh, I don't feel racism or something like that. So again, I feel very comfortable in that case.
Well, since the war in Ukraine, I think there's been actually probably a lot of warm feelings towards Ukrainians. Have you felt especially supported because you were Ukrainian here in the United States?
Um, I don't think so. Comparable to Europe, maybe I think Europe helped more to people who fled from the war. Um, but I'm happy, and again, I'm very thankful for being here and for what I have here and for the opportunity to work here and to be and to keep my kid away from the war. So that's the main reason why I stayed, because I came here before war started, and we decided to stay because me and my wife decided to stay because of the kid. So I I don't feel bad. I mean, I'm really, it's pretty cool here. Yeah.
And if there weren't a war, you might be going back, and why would that be? Why would you want to go back to Ukraine?
Yeah, I thought I actually miss my country and my friends. My part of my family left there in Kiev, and I left my career. I directed films, and I worked uh, very hard to achieve that. Like 7 years, I built my career, and finally, I was successful in directing films. I directed 2 feature films and shorts, and I'm and before war started, I had a lot of projects to shoot, and I was really happy. And that's a big part of my life. And I'm an artist, so I miss that. I miss people, and it's very tragic that a lot of people they lost their careers, and me too. So if I would uh, go back to Ukraine, I would like to. I would like to go back. Actually, I'm always thinking about it. Yeah.
Do you think you can build that kind of career here?
Um, I don't know, honestly. Maybe yes. Maybe I'm too naive. I'm optimistic about it, and I actually directed and produced 2 short films here in United States. It's a psychological thriller and a horror film. Uh, I'm trying to move in that direction, but I don't know. I'm optimistic about it. Maybe everything can happen.
And your child, do they feel like they're an American or a Ukrainian?
Uh,
And say it's 10 years or 5 years from now, and you decide to go back, are they going to want that, or are they going to be, this is my home?
well, you're right. I thought about it, and that could be a problem. I have a boy. He's 5 years old, and he uh going to preschool right now. And I feel like if we stay for, I don't know, like 2 years more, so and he will probably know English better than my language, so that could be a problem to bring him back. And because seems like he can, yeah, tell me that that's not my native country, or
Right.
why would you bring me here? So yeah, that could be a problem. And yeah, you are right.
Well, for now, you're here, and we want to thank you for being here, and wish you best with your career path as a Central Floridian. So thanks for joining me today on this conversation.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here in your stream.
And thank you for joining this edition of Divers Orange.